All right, it's a noon on a Tuesday, January 4th, and it is Taco Tuesday, and that is practiced here with home-raised grass-fed beef. And speaking of, day 2 of an unrolled baleage round bale, and they are doing outstanding. The weather has gotten drastically warmer, considering it was at one time 20 below. It's now 30 degrees above zero. Talking a 50-degree turnaround here plus. But have no fear, the below zero weather is coming back in a couple of days. Sounds like we're going to get some snow, some wind. The wind's the worst. It's just the worst. Then it seems like the worst for the animals too, where they get, especially if they get a little wet. But they are doing fantastic out here, calves and cows. And Hondo keeping a watch. It's amazing how much they'll keep picking through all this, and it's not really a lack of hay. There's big clumps out there, but they just keep picking through their best spots. No complaining. Have to probably bring out another bale tomorrow. About 3 days is what I'm getting. The only thing I haven't tried, it's been suggested, and I can see why I have not tried, is to try and unroll like just 1 day's allotment feed per day. It's a little tricky when you unroll the bale to figure out how many pounds are coming off, and it really wants to come off, especially this dry hay, fast without a whole lot of control on the operator's part, mainly me. And the other part is you got to start the tractor every day. It's nice to go every 3 days and not have to really do chores, so to speak, for these guys, other than just check their water, check them, check their mineral. But it's something I maybe would like to try to see if it would do any difference in as far as the amount of feed they go through. But if I kind of do the numbers of what they per pounds are out here, and roughly per pound, that's the only thing it's hard to always gauge. Every round bale can be a little different in weight. So they're about on track for 3 days. So I don't really see any, quote, waste. And what little they might not eat, they lay on. So I'm saving from bedding. And what they don't eat and they lay on and they do their business on just becomes fertilizer. I mean, really, even right here, there's a little bit here that from a couple of rolls ago, there was one calf picking at that. There's some through the snow. There was one bale I unrolled that did not care for as much. And that can be tricky. All this hay that was bought in this year is really good. There was a few bales left over from 2020, I should say, the hay I bought from last year now, because it is 2022. Is the summer of 2021 hay is fantastic. There was a few bales from 2020 that I had left over, and just the fact that it was the inline row, the baleage was cut open, and I did try to somewhat seal it through the summer. It's still, the feed value I'm sure goes down. They didn't love that as much, but then there was a couple of bales in there they liked. So every once in a while I'll see them picking through the snow at what I unrolled. But there's a long-winded explanation of they once in a while don't like some hay, and they'll let you know. Oh, they let you know. They just start following it all around, and eventually they'll kind of pick at it. What I'll kind of do in that rare case is let them pick at it for like a day, the stuff maybe don't love, and then unroll another one. That's where maybe it'd be nice to unroll like just a quarter of the bale that they do like, and try to get them to kind of clean up. However, if it's like really cold, I'll just unroll a really good one and just leave it. It's not worth it. It's rare that I get bad hay, fortunately. This is what I mean, this hay here. Just a little more stemmy, a little more mature. But every once in a while they still come out and pick through the grass here. But yeah, it's feeling a lot different, a lot warmer. Don't want it much warmer, don't want it to melt. That's when it can really get bad feeding like this. But you can see they pick through. This is that bale. And there might be a spot here and there where, I mean, that's, there's some negatives to unrolling, and that's if they don't like the hay and they leave a clump like that. Well, may or may not see it next spring. On look them go to it just because I exposed it. See what they do. And if it doesn't get rained on or snowed on, if nothing else, they'll lay on it. But they're gonna think about it. Pass. Yeah. They just act like they want it, but. So everything is going well. Right in the dead of winter. Strange forecast to 10 days. Almost thawing. Weather, below zero weather, snow. And then towards the end of the 10-day, another warm up. But almost, it's hard to say typical because nothing's typical. But it's kind of a typical January. Horses are doing well with their unrolled hay. That's, let's see. That's 4 days worth of unroll over there. Take a closer look at them. That should last them about 6 days. And they do a good job. Oh, there goes one, gonna lay down on it. That's what works so well with that. Oh, look at that calf. Good calf. Eat that hay while Mama licks on you.